Slide cancelling in Warzone has been a big part of how people get ahead for a long time now, but I still see people either struggling to do it or doing it wrong. Not being able to take advantage of the key movement mechanic is holding a lot of people back, since they simply don't move as fast as they could, and they can't get that frame advantage when sliding around a corner, also referred to as breaking people's cameras. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to slide cancel effectively in Warzone using a controller. Before we get into the details though, make sure you've got your slide behavior as tap and have automatic tac sprint enabled in the settings. The two settings combined give you the fast movement speed off the spot, which then, as you are in tac sprint, allows you to get in your slide much quicker, particularly since you just have to tap your button and not hold it. So let's start with the best way to slide cancel with a standard controller. Basically, for all button layouts and controllers, we want to go into a tactical sprint, hit your crouch button to initiate the slide, then hit the crouch button again, before finally hitting jump or stand. The majority of players use a tactical button layout, so for you guys to slide cancel, it would be R3 plus R3 plus X on a PlayStation controller, or RS plus RS plus A on an Xbox controller. So like I say, tactical sprint, followed by R3 to slide, R3 to stop the slide, and then X to stand up. Now after you hit the initial R3 to slide, you don't necessarily have to hit the next R3 that quickly. You can either do a short slide or a long slide, but really you have to make sure that you hit the second R3 to stop sliding, followed by the stand up pretty quickly together. The drawback to using tactical on a standard controller, of course, is that you have to lift your hands off the controller slightly, so you lose a little bit of control. You can't aim in and lock onto a target while slide cancelling, which loses the advantage we just gained by having good movement. Even on standard controllers though, we can still get this advanced movement without having to lift our thumbs off the controller, and that's by using the bumper jumper tactical button layout. With this layout, we have our crouch/prone button in the same place as tactical, but now our jump/stand button is on the left bumper, moving the tactical equipment button to X or A depending on your platform. So slide cancelling with this layout would be tactical sprints followed by R3 and R3 just as before, but then we add L1 as your jump or stand, and on Xbox that's tactical sprints plus RS and RS plus LB. So the whole time we're completing the action, we can still keep our thumbs on the analogs, giving us full control. If you do have paddles on your controller, just change the slide and jump buttons to the back panels. It doesn't really matter what the button layout is too much, as long as you are sliding and jumping with the back panels. This ultimately allows you to do those advanced movements without taking your hands off the controller, but in a potentially more natural way than it is with a standard controller. Okay, so that's how to technically do some slide cancelling, but in terms of when to do it and what to practice, I do have a couple more tips. It's not about constantly slide cancelling whilst running around the map, although you can do that to make it harder for you to be shot. I see a lot of people deploy slide cancelling when just running around, but when the perfect time comes to do it in a gunfight, they just don't do it. I myself am almost completely the other way. I only throw in a couple of advanced movements while running around, but when it's time to enter a gunfight or respond to being shot, that's when I kick in and do the more advanced movements, such as slide cancelling. The time when slide cancelling comes into play on Warzone is during either close quarters combat or simply when you're appearing out of or around cover. The whole point is that the sliding allows you to see the opponent before they see you by a few frames, whilst being hard to hit. So practice coming out of cover or challenging a team around a corner with a well-timed slide cancel, or just do it when you run into someone unaware. Then repeat, repeat, and repeat. I also recommend to practice this on bots in private matches, and that can be on Modern Warfare, Cold War, or Vanguard. Or if you only have Warzone, keep playing Plunder and Clash until it becomes second nature to you and you no longer have to think about it. Now that you're ready to get the upper hand with your movement, make sure you get the upper hand with your settings too by heading over to this video.